Hi, welcome to Tamika's Story Time. Today I'm going to give you a story, is a special story for myself on Robin Simpson. This was a mother, a wife, and a social worker. This woman was brutally murdered at the hands of her husband. He not only stabbed her over 100 times, he mutilated her body. He removed her brain from her skull and removed her heart from out of her chest after viciously attacking this woman. This woman was, by all accounts, a beautiful, loving, supportive woman. She was a woman of advocacy. She fought for so many people to get them help in whatever area that they needed help with. She was a social worker at a hospital. This man, 2 weeks before attacking his wife, he tried to commit himself, get himself 302. The family believes, Robin's family believes, that this was all a plight to lead up to what he did to his wife, to kind of give the narrative that he was in mental crisis, when every hospital and therapist that he sat in front of determined that he was not mentally ill, if you will, or going through a psychosis. This man continued to pursue medication, which ultimately he got a friend to give him a prescription for psychotropic medication. And 2 weeks before he murdered her, he started taking this medication. And he attacked her at 4:30 in the morning, just before her birthday was to happen, her 50th birthday party. Her family was looking to give her a birthday party, and unbeknownst to her, her husband lost his job in June, and he started to exhibit depression, and once Robin found out that he had lost his job, and she spoke to him about this, he became very defensive. And I believe, and the family believes, that that's where his state of mind, if you will, came into play, where he wanted to murder his wife. He made up his mind that he wanted to be rid of her, that she would not have that party, she would not make it to that party, and he made sure that she would not be able to be seen, because the way that he killed this woman, he desecrated her image, he desecrated her body, and he traumatized their daughter, their 8-year-old daughter, for life. He did this in front of his 8-year-old daughter. Robin called the police twice before that night, before he attacked her at 4:30 in the morning. The daughter ran out of the door to the waiting officers outside the home as this man was murdering her mother. He had already mutilated her body, and he gave himself superficial wounds to the chest, 3 stab wounds to the chest, to make it appear as if he was going to commit suicide. He was trying to kill himself, but that wasn't the case, because they were all superficial wounds. They locked him up, passed him up, and locked him up. However, the judge in Houston, Texas, Robert Johnson, gave him a bail of $1 million to drop it down to $250,000. That means that this man is capable of getting bailed out for $34,000. If he make that bail, his family makes that bail, in which they can, he will be out on the streets until a court date. And that is traumatizing to think. The daughter is traumatized from this man. She doesn't want to see him. She wants him to stay in jail, and rightfully so. The way he killed her mother and what he did in front of her, she could never unsee. She could never go on to forget. So this man needs to remain in jail. And I have a link that I am going to have in this video for those who would like to sign the petition to keep this man in jail, and for the judge to raise the bail higher so that this man will not be released. And if those who see this video, I encourage you to please sign the petition, because this woman was desecrated. This mother of Robin Simpson's mother has suffered a great deal. She lost her son, who was murdered on the streets of Philadelphia in April, and to turn around and lose her daughter on November the 1st by the hands of her husband, who desecrated this woman's body as well as her image. The police report will not be released to the public. The reports and account that they're giving on the media circuit in Houston, Texas, is that a husband stabbed his wife several times. They're putting it very mildly and very lightly, when this man stabbed this woman over 100 times, mutilated her body by removing her brain from her skull and removing her heart from her chest. And this is something that has been, basically not presented in the mainstream media, and has not been reported in the mainstream media outside of the media in Houston, Texas. And this family is devastated because they have lost their daughter, they have lost their son, and they are in a state of mind of they need to seek justice for their daughter and make sure that that man does not get released from jail, and her 8-year-old daughter doesn't have to live in fear of this man by him walking the streets. So I say my prayers and condolence goes out to Robin Simpson's family, friends, and loved ones, all who know her and love her, because from all accounts, everyone that encountered this woman had nothing but good things to say, that this woman's funeral was so big, and it just happened 2 weeks ago in the later part of December, because they had to figure out how to ship this woman's body in a way that it was. They couldn't embalm the body because it was so mutilated. So this just to give you just a fragment of how this woman's body was done, so horrific that it was trouble getting this woman's body shipped back to her family. And that's horrific within thought and theory of that whole situation. The man who is responsible for murdering her is Michael Simpson Jr. So that was her husband, and he is in jail on a $250,000 bond. And they're trying to change that to $1 million bond, back to $1 million bond, so this man do not get out of jail, and he remains there. And I am trying to be a catalyst for that change, presenting this story to you, and I pray and hope that you take it as serious as I do, and you sign the petition and support this family, because it could happen to any one of us, and we would surely want someone to take action, and I am trying to do just that. And I pray that her daughter be able to recover from this, and that she never ever forget who her mother was and is, because her mother was a phenomenal woman. She was a great leader, she was a great activist, and she was a decent human being. And with that, I encourage again you to sign the petition and be a catalyst and an operation of change for this family, if you will. The mother lost her son through an ambush, and the person who is responsible for killing her son is incarcerated, but he's also connected to another high profile case of another young woman, mother, who was gunned down in a parking lot of Dunkin' Donuts in the city of Philadelphia, sitting in her car. She was ambushed by this man, and she was murdered in front of her 11-year-old son. And they wanted the death penalty for him, and she got the death penalty for him. Well, this mother of Robin Simpson, she wants the death penalty for this man, but we just want to keep him in jail first. Okay, so we want to keep him in jail as long as possible, but she wants to see him get the death penalty. And in this case, absolutely, he should. For what he done to this woman, nobody should be done like that. And especially at the hands of somebody that you so-called love, and you're married, and he was married to this woman for over 12 years, and for him to do this to this woman is unspeakable, and on every level. So I like to say thank you for tuning in for this story. Stick around with me. I intend on giving you more story time. This was a very heart-wrenching story for me to share, but I wanted to share it to honor the family of Robin Simpson, and to give you guys a place and an opportunity to be able to be a catalyst of change by signing a petition to keep Michael Simpson Jr. in jail, to have his bail raised to $1 million and not $250,000, where he could be bailed out for $34,000. And with that, as in all my videos, I like to share my tea. I like to give you some super greens. I put it in my tea. I drink it every day to get whole body cleansed. Take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. Walk close to God so that he can walk close with you. You can be safe, stay safe and protected, and stay conscientious of your conduct and how you treat others, and be a catalyst of change, if you will, in your daily walk. And continue to come back and see me, and I will continue to bless you with some more story time, testimony tales, if you will, and cautionary tales. I say God bless, Happy New Year, and I'll look forward to speaking again. Peace.